Good morning, everyone. I'm Zeke Matevosian from Van California. It's Sunday, May 1st, 2022. It's 7:43 a.m. And I want to convey to you my clear understanding today of circumstances that in my life that reflect societal misconceptions. And let me clarify. People who've been following what's going on will understand. I am the voice of the soul, and I read the circumstances of mine and others, and I'm able to getting better at deciphering the meaning that life conveys to us through our circumstances. So the situation in this house, I've been reporting on the scammer using tenant protection laws, and she's been here a year and a half. And she had said in the very beginning that she felt there's a reason she's here, and she was expressing that sentiment sincerely at that time. And I don't think she meant the purpose for which she's presenting here, which is the scam is to make life obnoxious for us, and us not being able to evict her, and it being very difficult to evict her because of COVID. Her being here making it so miserable for us that then we either pay her. She asks for 50 grand so that she can get herself, get started, getting herself a place to stay. And the way she was conveying that, I felt was conveying her frustration, having a criminal record, getting a job, getting a place to stay. So this is the way it expresses. That's one dimension of it. The disenfranchised criminal population expressing it's not excusing criminal behavior saying this, but criminals have criminal record, life is difficult for them, and they express it doing more crime. A lot of them, right? So that does need to be addressed. Okay, that's one thing, that needs to be explored. And a lot of criminal behavior born out of childhood abuse and trauma. That's not addressed because there aren't available resources to address them. And then they turn into, because of the survival strategies that these children born in criminal environments develop in order to meet their needs. They, instead of getting the help they need, they get arrested multiple times, and then that creates a frustration because they can't get a job, they can't get a place to stay, they lose their credibility, and then the only way they thumb their nose at society by pulling stunts like this. You see? That needs to be voiced. I'm voicing it. It's the story here of what's going on in this house, what's going on with the girl. It's there. I have it all documented, that which I've witnessed, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I know there's so much more that I know I don't know. There's infinitely more that I know I don't know. I don't know that I don't know. You know that one? The stuff that I don't know that I don't know. That we all don't know that we don't know about what's going on. But there's indication it's there, and we need to seek it out. The fact that we don't we don't know. Okay, so there's just so much here to cover, and the basic principle when something is wrong, and make a simple analogy. An alcoholic, let's say an alcoholic. So this is an analogy I'm using to refer to something is wrong with society, and we need to address it. So an alcoholic who's causing is a burden to his family, for example. If he acknowledges that he's an alcoholic first, that there's a concern, then he can choose to make intention to get help. If an alcoholic acknowledges they're an alcoholic, they can choose to get help. And then they'll get the help that corrects itself, hopefully. Now, what happens is an alcoholic will sometimes be in denial, which happens a lot. When there's a concern, they don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to change. They don't want to address it. They may even want to hide it from themselves that there's a concern. That's why a 12-step program will not admit anyone who refuses to identify themselves. The alcoholic will have to say their name and say they identify as an alcoholic before they can share it. And they're strict about that. My own dad, I took him to a 12-step program, and he was resistant to identifying as an alcoholic. But when he did, that's what turned it around, because he was pressured to face what he was. And then when you face what you are, then you can correct it. Now, the defense mechanisms someone may use, so someone may lie and say they're not, or say, use a whole lot of false reasoning methods, defense mechanism, like projecting. Is someone who accuses, which is what this girl does, is accuses us and others of things that she feels ashamed of about herself. And it's a common concept, basic concept of psychology. It's called projection. Look it up. So you listen to them, their objections, their accusations. You can hear the confessions of what they feel bad about themselves. Okay? That's one method. And this whole thing is an expression of her own, disenfranchisement, ostracizing. She's being ostracized. Being ostracized has detrimental effects especially on a child's psyche. And then growing up, it develops into this. And I've been in it for a year and a half. I understand it. I've been on the receiving end of someone's expressions of protest, which is what this is. This is a protest of what's wrong with society. And it's happening here so I can voice it to you and articulate it, and interpret it for you. Do you understand? And I have so much, data here that I've collected. My perception through my YouTube channel, the posts on Facebook, my collected videos of events in this house. It's begging to be viewed and understood. I want this on TV. I want this. I'm being open now. I want this to be a documentary, a series, and then through watching what's going on, you will understand. I reason accurately because I don't have to cover up stuff. I'm transparent, I'm open. Everything that I do, everything that I think is on videos online. The videos that are kept private, they're kept private because there are others involved in those videos that would object maybe of those videos being made public because of violations of privacy, their privacy. I personally don't have anything I need to keep private from anybody. I reveal my deepest, darkest secrets, and there's no shame about them. And I feel that's how we can all be to address this situation. And I feel once it goes public, the people involved in those videos would want, when they see the good that it does, would choose then to give consent to there's a form you sign, a media release form. You sign it, then it's okay for me to make those videos public. And then the offer I made, the suggestion was to give immunity to those whose activities would be considered, immoral or illegal, in order that they reveal it for the good that it would do, to reveal the truth about everything that's going on here. You understand? When people are accused and incriminated, they're less likely to reveal the truth about what's going on, and then that prevents a clear understanding of what it is. A clear understanding of the truth would help us correct what's wrong and then prevent it from happening. So that's why the criminal justice system doesn't work, because it's based on accusing, incriminating, punishing people doing wrong, which makes people lie and deceive and come up with all these methods that I'm well familiar with to, cover up and cloudy the water, make noise to distract, and fill, everyone's ears with lies, so as to muddy the water. So don't get upset with the lies, with the darkness. Light a candle. And this is what I'm doing. Voice of reason, clarity, and truth. So I want this on TV. I want people to know what's going on. And I feel it will do a lot of good. It's not meant to hurt anyone. It's only meant to do good. And I appreciate the support of people who have contacted me across the world, across the country, and talked to me sincerely. I really, really appreciate sincere, honest, transparent communication without any mechanisms that I see so evident in people who do wrong.